Hey kindergarten friends, I'm excited to show you about our next project. This one's going to be broken up into 3 parts. We are only going to do the first part today. Here's what you will need. You'll need one piece of paper from out of your art folder. You'll need a black permanent marker. Yours might look like that or this. And then you'll also need the primary colors in crayon. And the primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. So those are the only 3 colors that you'll need today. You will also need our pencil because we always draw first with pencil, and an eraser in case you make mistakes and you want to erase. Pause the video and go ahead and gather those things so that you are ready to begin. All right, what we're going to do with our paper first, see how my paper is short and wide? It is horizontal. I'm going to take my paper and fold it in half. Sometimes people call this the hamburger fold. If I was to fold it the wrong way, my paper would be really long and skinny. I want a hamburger fold so it looks like a book, and then I'm going to just open it right back up. We are only going to be using 1/2 of our paper today. So, just to remember, I'm going to take my permanent black marker and see where my fold is. I'm going to trace right along where the fold is, and I want you to do that too. Be careful, don't go off your paper. Remember, we're only drawing on one side, not the other. So I'm going to turn my paper so it's a little bit easier for me, and I'm just going to use this half. I want to use as much of this half as I possibly can. We are going to be drawing 3 big shapes together. In kindergarten, we're going to focus on lines, shapes, and color for the school year. So the first thing we're going to do is practice our shapes. You want to make sure that you take your time and do your best. In the middle of your paper, I want you to go ahead and draw a circle. And I want your circle to be about the same size as an orange or an apple. Taking your time. Now, if you try to draw your circle and it doesn't turn out quite right, we're drawing with a pencil and you can erase, and you know what? We're going to be coloring over it anyway, so it's okay. Just do your best. The next shape that we're going to do is off to the side, and I'm going to draw as big as I can. I'm going to draw a nice, neat triangle. See how they're not touching, but they're close, and it fills up that space. You can always pause the video if I'm going too fast, okay? The last shape that we're going to do is a square. So with my square, I want to try to make all 4 sides as close to the same as I can, and straight lines. Don't go too fast. Ooh, my line got a little bit curvy. That's okay, I can just erase it and try to straighten it back out a little bit. Once you're done drawing your 3 big shapes, then I want you to take your permanent black marker, and we're going to do this a lot in art, especially as we get older. And we're going to trace over our lines. So we're going to practice going slow and staying right on top of our pencil marks as best we can. If you go too fast, we can't erase permanent markers, so make sure you're taking your time. This means we love our lines and we are going to make them permanent. Taking your time, tracing on your line. Now, you might take more time to do this, and again, just pause the video if I go too fast, okay? And you can turn it back on after you're done tracing. Now, sometimes when we trace, we might have some sneaky pencil marks that are still peeking out. I always go over my marker with an eraser just to get rid of any sneaky little pencil that I don't want to see. And it's good to practice erasing because sometimes it can be kind of tricky to erase. Gotta really hold that paper down when you are rubbing the eraser back and forth. Now, you are going to choose which colors you want to put into which shape, but the only colors you can use are red, yellow, and blue. And you're going to show me how neatly you can color in your shapes. Each shape should be a different color. So I'm going to take my red and I'm going to show you how I color at home and when I'm working on my projects. And this is what I would like you to do too. I first go right inside my line, along my edge, being careful to stay inside my lines. Go slow. You don't need to rush. It's not a race. Now, once I have those outlines done, it's going to help me magically stay inside my lines as long as I take my time. And I'm going to practice only coloring in one direction and not going all over the place, okay? Notice how I'm only moving my hand from my wrist. I'm not using my whole arm when I color, okay? So I'm going to start at one side and I'm going to go slowly. And I'm coloring back and forth. Trying to make sure I get all the white spots. I don't have to push real hard though. You can still push lightly. You're going to see a little bit of paper through, but you can see that I've tried to go over all of it with my red crayon. Taking my time, only going in the same direction. Now my next one, I would switch and color it yellow and then blue. When you're all done coloring all three of your shapes, I want you to take a picture of your project so far and submit it to me in Seesaw by adding something to this assignment. Remember, color all three first. Is Mrs. Schultz done? No. But you can do the rest on your own. Remember, red, yellow, and blue are the only three colors you can use. If you have any questions, just let me know. And I can't wait to see your awesome coloring skills, you guys. Have a great day.